Hey, folks, before we get started into anything, I just want to say, as I'm sure all of you know by now, Jay Briscoe, one of the modern greats of professional wrestling, passed away in a car accident, tragic car accident yesterday. He was so immensely talented. Um, it just, I, it's hard to believe that Jay Briscoe is no longer on this earth, that we're never going to see another Jay Briscoe match again. Every single match Jay Briscoe has been involved in, whether it's a singles match or with his brother Mark, has been absolutely fantastic. He's just an absolute tremendous talent. From what I'm reading, he was a great family man. He was a great person backstage to speak to as well. Reading that he was just an all around good person. And and again, the fact that Jay Briscoe is no longer with us, it's hard to imagine. He was only 38 years old. He was going to be 39 on January 25th, a week from now. And I know his daughters were involved in the from what I read, his daughters were involved in the crash as well. And my prayers go out to them. I know they're in the hospital. They have to go through some surgery from what I'm reading, so my prayers are out to them. But I just want to say rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Um, it's you're a tremendous talent. Thank you for the memories. You're definitely going to be missed. You see all the tweets on social media, all the messages on social media, the outpouring of love for Jay Briscoe. He's going to be greatly missed by wrestlers, by fans, just by family, by friends, by everybody. And I just want to say rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Again, thank you very much for the memories. You were definitely one of the greats. And can I say, you're going to be missed. You're going to be missed. Rest in peace. All right. Well, this is Shooting Up North. Welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. And if you're watching and you don't subscribe and you're enjoying the content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Okay, I want to get right into Myron Reed. Myron Reed is a free agent. We know that by now. I reported on it 2 days ago. Myron Reed is a free agent. He confirmed it on Twitter. Impact Wrestling. I don't want to get down on my knees, but you know what? I'm gonna go on my knees right now. I'm on my knees right now. Impact Wrestling, please sign Myron Reed. Please bring Myron Reed into Impact Wrestling. Sign Myron Reed to a long-term deal. Okay, I'm getting off my knees now. I just wanted to pray. Myron Reed is an absolutely fantastic talent. He's only 26 years old, and he's just getting better and better and better. He's got history with Trey Miguel. They're the Rascals. Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, Myron Reed. On the independent scene, they're the Rascals. Actually, Trey Miguel actually tweeted out when Myron Reed indicated that he's a free agent. Trey Miguel tweeted out with a think emoji, like maybe it's time for Myron Reed to come to Impact Wrestling. And man, Scott Demore, please, you don't want to let this guy get away. Myron Reed in the X Division will be absolutely fantastic. Yes, Trey Miguel is the X Division champion right now, but Myron Reed could come in. Maybe he could team with Trey Miguel. I would bring Zachary Wentz back. I would bring the Rascals back. Let them be a heel team, and eventually Myron Reed will break away and maybe feud with Trey Miguel if Trey Miguel is still the X Division champion. But bring Myron Reed. If not Zachary Wentz, bring Myron Reed. He's a free agent. It's a no-brainer. He would be a huge addition to the X Division. He's immensely talented. Former MLW middleweight champion. I believe he held the title twice. He defeated Leo Rush. I know. Yeah, he held the title twice. I know he defeated Leo Rush one time for the title. incredibly talented, and he was with MLW for 4 years. He actually, I thought his contract was up, but he actually asked for his release. From what I was reading, he had asked for his release, and it was granted. So I guess he felt it was time to move on from MLW, and look to see what else is out there. Impact Wrestling's out there, the X Division, the prestigious X Division. Myron Reed would be perfect. Impact Wrestling needs to sign Myron Reed right now. Right now, they should be making him an offer, because if they don't jump on Myron Reed, NXT is going to come calling. AEW is going to come calling. Like AEW bringing Myron Reed, sure, they'll show him, they'll have him on for 1 or 2 weeks, but then he'll disappear. He goes to Impact Wrestling. He goes to Impact Wrestling, and he will be a top star of the X Division immediately. Immediately. Mike Bailey versus Myron Reed. I know they wrestled for Battle Slam. I didn't see it. I heard it was a very good match. Hopefully, Mike Bailey. I don't know if he was a free agent then. So I don't know if Myron Reed was free agent. But anyway, I hope Mike Bailey talked to Myron Reed about Impact Wrestling, because I know Mike Bailey said he's going to be with Impact Wrestling for another few years. So hopefully he spoke to Myron Reed about Impact Wrestling. I hope Trey Miguel, I'm sure Trey Miguel's got on the phone with him and said, look, come to Impact Wrestling. Please make him an offer. Bring Myron Reed to Impact Wrestling. Myron Reed belongs in Impact Wrestling. He belongs in the X Division. He'll make the product better. He's an outstanding freaking talent, and Impact Wrestling needs Myron Reed. I would put the X Division title on Myron Reed immediately. Immediately. I know Trey Miguel's a champion, but I would have Trey Miguel drop the title. I would bring Myron Reed in, and I would put the belt on Myron Reed. Nothing against Trey Miguel, but Myron Reed would be a new fresh face, a new fresh X Division champion, and he would thrive. He would thrive in Impact Wrestling. There's a lot of potentially great matchups. As I mentioned, Mike Bailey, there's Trey Miguel. There's Kenny King. Would be a great match against Myron Reed. It's endless. Alan Angels against Myron Reed will be absolutely fantastic. The Black Taurus against Myron Reed. The possibilities are endless for Myron Reed, and I could see him eventually challenging for the Impact Wrestling World Title as well. But don't sleep on Myron Reed, Impact Wrestling. I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you, Impact Wrestling. Please sign Myron Reed to a long-term deal. Pay him what he's asking for. He's not going to be asking for good brother money, but he's going to be asking for decent money. Pay Myron Reed. He is absolutely worth it. Please, Impact Wrestling, don't let Myron Reed get away. You must sign Myron Reed. He's a free agent. Now's the time. Jump on it. Lock him up for a few years. He would be an absolutely tremendous addition to the Impact Wrestling roster. So please, 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 Scott D'Amore, Ed Nordholm, whoever's listening to me right now that might be working for Impact Wrestling, please, please sign Myron Reed immediately. Okay, so, and that's all I have to say. I think by this time you really know that I really want Myron Reed in Impact Wrestling, but tremendous talent, tremendous. I first saw Myron Reed about 4 years ago for MLW. Myron Reed is the reason why I became an MLW fan, and while he was in the first match. I can't remember who his opponent was, but he was in the first match that I ever watched for MLW, and he did this cutter. There was a double ring, and he did this cutter. He ran from one ring to the other and hit his opponent with a flying cutter, and that move right there made me a fan of MLW. Myron Reed made me a fan of MLW. Myron Reed comes into Impact Wrestling. He's going to make a lot of people Impact Wrestling fans that aren't already Impact Wrestling fans. So you have to sign Myron Reed to a long-term deal. Okay, so Gail Kim is on a media tour this this week or the yesterday and today. And by the way, speaking of which, if you haven't checked out my interview with Steve Macklin, is up right now on the channel. I conducted an interview with Steve Macklin, a great interview. Love talking to Steve Macklin. If you haven't checked it out, check it out right now. My interview with Steve Macklin is up on the channel. But Gail Kim was part of the media tour yesterday and today, and I was hoping to get Gail Kim. Wasn't able to get her, but I was very, very happy with Steve Macklin. But I was hoping that somebody was going to follow up with my question to Mickie James when I had Mickie James on. When I asked Mickie James if Gail Kim ever came out of retirement, if she would be interested in being her opponent, Mickie James said yes, but Gail Kim's not coming out of retirement. So I was kind of hoping that somebody was going to follow up on that. And Lucha Libre Online, good job for following up on my question to Mickie James, asking her about Gail Kim, because Lucha Libre Online had Gail Kim on, and they brought up that Mickie James indicated that she would like to wrestle Gail Kim, but Gail Kim's not coming out of retirement. It's actually the article is actually on Fightful, and they actually referred to my podcast as well when they were talking about Mickie James, stated that she asked Mickie James to come out of retirement. So they referred to my podcast and linked back to my podcast. And Lucha Libre Online, good job. They followed up. So here's what Gail Kim had to say when Lucha Libre Online followed up on the question that I asked Mickie James about Gail Kim. So Gail Kim said, I love and respect Mickie James to the highest regard. If she wanted me to come out of retirement to wrestle her, I would do it. Just because I respect her that much, I would just need time to prepare physically. People are asking, does that mean, listen, you never say never in wrestling. I don't think I would do what Mickie did. She started at the bottom, worked her way up. That's a lot of matches to have. You never say never to a dream scenario. It could be anything. Someone just has to put together the right scenario for it to become something. We're all wrestlers. We all live it. It's always inside of us somewhere. We put it to bed, but sometimes a little something comes up. So Mickie James, I'm sorry, Gail Kim indicating that she would wrestle Mickie James. See what I started there? So I started a little thing there. So if Gail Kim and Mickie James go one-on-one eventually down the road, it's because I brought it up. Okay, I'm not gloating or anything, but it's because I brought it up. Because I brought it up. I mentioned it. I brought up the question. So I'm proud of that. I'm actually proud of this. Not gloating, but I'm proud that that I brought up the Gail Kim question, and it's now being talked about first with Mickie James when I spoke to her, and now it's being talked about with Gail Kim. And again, thank you, Lucha Libre Online, for following up on my question. But I would love if Gail Kim goes out of retirement to meet Mickie James one more time. I think that would be an awesome match. I'd be all for it. And if Mickie James said that she would love to do it, but she didn't think Gail Kim was going to come out of retirement when I spoke to her. But Gail Kim says that she'll come out of retirement for Mickie James. So hopefully down the road we will see that match. And if that match does happen, I want you all to remember this because I brought it up. I brought it up. Okay. I brought it up. All right. So last but not least, here is the full card for tomorrow. The full card for tomorrow, Impact on Access TV. The BTI pre-show is going to see Khan and Angels of the Design take on Yuya Omura and Delirious. And here is the main show is going to be a Mickie James in-ring promo, Mike Bailey versus Kenny King in a pit fight match, Killer Kelly versus Taylor Wilde, Deonna Purrazzo against Ashley D'Amboise. Not familiar with her, but I've heard good things, so I'm looking forward to that one. Tommy Dreamer sit down with Dave LaGreca. I'm not sure what that's going to be about, and that's it. So that's the full lineup, including the BTI pre-show, as I mentioned. So that's the full lineup for Impact on Access tomorrow. I'm curious about Ashley D'Amboise. I'm gonna have to watch some matches. I'm sure she got some matches on YouTube, but it's be interesting to see. I hope it's not a squash match. I hope could very well be a squash match, but I'm hoping we get to see some offense, see a little bit of what Ashley D'Amboise can do, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a decent card. I wonder, does it indicate Josh Alexander on the show at all? I wonder if Josh Alexander, I'm sure there'll be an interview somewhere along the way with backstage with Josh Alexander. I'm sure Santino Marella will be a part of the show as well. But Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to tomorrow. Okay, so we're leaving it at that for now. So anything breaks, of course, any news, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Hit that subscribe button, please. And stay safe, everyone. And check out my interview with Steve Macklin. It's on the channel now. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.